Something I've been thinking about this week around AI is how some leaders really show up differently. I just got off a call hosting a C-level executive and I put her on the spot because a lot of the audience was saying, I don't have time to learn AI. I don't have time to experiment. So I put a C-level leader on the spot and I asked, can you tell us how you learned and how you actually make time? Because I've seen your calendar and it's pretty crazy. She did not disappoint. So she said that she admits she's not perfect and she's still learning, but it's dedicating time each week on her calendar for something related to AI. And she says she only devotes 1 hour a week, which I guess depending on who you are, that might sound like a lot or that might sound like very little. So that's how she makes sure she holds herself accountable and she models that experiment behavior for her team because people are watching. If you just say, go use AI, and then you think you're too good for it or you don't have time, people notice. So I love that. The other thing she also said is this is a company that has AI, a network of AI champions. So they're essentially super users, power users who have been either nominated by leadership or they raise their hand and say they want to take on this additional role to be a champion for their function, their business unit, and guide others through the experience of getting up to speed with AI and getting AI to do more. So she also said that she reaches out to their AI champion dedicated to the business unit on a regular basis to troubleshoot when she gets stuck. And she brings in real problems to solve each time they meet. And this champion's able to help her. So I thought that was so helpful. And this is the example that I wish all leaders realize that they can set pretty easily. It doesn't have to be a full hour, it can be 30 minutes. I've heard another example from senior leaders that now dedicate 5 to 10 minutes on their weekly staff meeting to talk about how AI is helping them, how AI is simplifying tasks for them, how AI is helping them think differently. Just a little aha moment from an interaction with AI. And it's all it takes. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be hours of dedicating your calendar to take a course, get a certificate. And frankly, unlike some of the other technologies, AI is super user friendly. You can speak with it, you can type if you want to, but you don't have to. And it's not like you need to read a user manual to use it. It's similar to how I would describe the iPhone when iPhone came out, right? There was not a YouTube video that you have to watch for hours before you figure out how to use your iPhone. And the same with AI in so many ways. Can you get better by devoting more time? Yes, absolutely. But do you have to spend 20 hours before you know how to use it? Absolutely not. And that's how they got so many users instantly 3 years ago when it first came out. So that's what I've been thinking about is how leaders can really show up differently without spending all their time on AI, but enough where they continue to learn. And because AI is moving so quickly, every week there are new features, right? That come out on different platforms. And if you're not experimenting, or as this leader says, playing with it, then you could be missing out on the latest and greatest. Sometimes I hear people say, gosh, I feel so behind. I don't know if I can keep up with AI. And yes, that's the anxiety speaking. And trust me, I have it too. I work in this space and I still go to bed a lot of times feeling like I'm behind. And so it's dedicating time on your calendar so that you are learning, staying curious. But I honestly think mindset is what differentiates leaders who are making a difference and really championing the power of AI, the leaders that get the most out of AI, and meaning not just they themselves use it to transform their business, but you can also see on their team. I think the biggest difference is actually their mindset. It's not what they do, it's not what they say. It comes from originally having the mindset of curiosity, intellectual humility, knowing that you don't know a lot of things can go a long way. And in fact, I've realized that sometimes in the past, we may reward people who seem very confident, who don't ask a lot of questions, who seem to have all the answers. And with AI, we need a different mindset. You have to be aware that you don't know everything, and knowing what you don't know takes intellectual humility. And that's something I'm seeing in senior leaders who are capturing more value out of AI compared to others. That's it for today. I'll be back with more AI conversations that I'm having in a week. Bye.